Hey there YouTube, thank you for joining me today. In this video I'm going to be showing you a 21-0 gameplay with the Little Bird. We are on attack on Rush on the map Sharqi Peninsula. If you've been following my channel for a while now, you'll notice that I mainly post infantry based gameplay. And the reason I mainly post only infantry is I tend not to really enjoy playing in vehicles. It can be fun, it can be really fun, and I do enjoy it from time to time, but overall I find infantry to be a much more rich and kind of rewarding experience. I think there's a lot more skill involved in infantry. Vehicles tend to be very easy to use. Now, having said that, I think that there is a lot of skill in vehicle-to-vehicle combat when you're against better opponents. I don't know if you've seen it, but the level BF helicopter competitions that were going on, there's a lot of skill there. If you want to see some really good players, I'll post a link in the description, but if you go and watch them, you can see some really good players doing 1v1, and I think they were doing 2v2 in helis as well. That's really high skill stuff. But in public games, generally, I think using vehicles is a very easy experience, and overall I tend not to enjoy it so much. I prefer the unpredictability of being infantry. You never really know who you're going to go up against. You're never really going to know how the enemy team's going to play. So, having said that, this gameplay is a 21-0 gameplay with the Z11. While I do say I tend not to think vehicle gameplay is that skillful, I think this gameplay here really illustrates how to be a more effective heli pilot and more effective team player. In this video you're going to see me getting very close to the objectives, and the Z11 and the Little Bird, they are very, very fast and agile and nimble vehicles, so those are their strengths, so you really want to focus on their strengths and play accordingly. So get in there like I'm doing here and getting really close. I'm using the ECM jammer, so if there's any stingers I'll just pop them off, and being this close, if I do get locked on, I can just pop an ECM jammer and then go straight into cover. You'll see like right here I'm really close, trying not to get locked on by anyone. I can really help my teammates out. You are vulnerable to RPGs, but if you pay attention to where your teammates are, then you can try and figure out where the enemy is, and then go for that area, so you won't be so vulnerable to RPGs. On this second set of MCOMS now, the enemy team tends to favor Bravo. A little mistake here, nearly crashed the chopper. The enemy tends to favor Bravo because it's much easier to defend than Alpha is. So it's as a team player in the helicopter, you kind of want to put your focus on Bravo. Do kill enemies on A if they are planting. But here you can see I'm mainly focusing on Bravo. There's a guy on the right. See, there's a guy with an RPG. I get a little cheeky here, and this could have ended badly. So he runs around there, and I managed to get a kill assist 60, so a teammate managed to take him out. Now you see I'm using this area here to get a little bit of cover. Normally I'd be trying to focus on the roof and Bravo in general. If enemies do get on the Bravo roof, it can be game over for your team, because that's a very good position. If the MCOM does get planted, the defenders can get right in there, and they can also throw grenades and C4, so it's very important to get them off that roof. Now, a second tip, being aggressive is good, but you also need to really help your team out by transporting them to places. Don't land your chopper here if there is enemies over on that MCOM. Just be wary. You don't want to give them your chopper. Here my teammate is communicating with me on the mic, and he wants to go up on top of Bravo, but I'm getting locked on, so I don't know where the guy is, but I'm using the terrain here to try and counter those stingers. Using the terrain is very important when using choppers. You notice in the first half of this video I was using buildings to get a bit of cover. Here I'm using this cliff edge. I'm going to push in now, give my teammate a position on the roof. Having that extra position on the roof means more routes to attack, and if you have more routes to attack your enemy, they're going to have a much harder time trying to defend. There's quite a lot of teammates around here, so I get quite close to this car park area. Normally you don't want to be here because you are very vulnerable, and very vulnerable to anyone on that roof. If you're paying attention there, you would have seen an RPG fly past. Now, you really don't want to be in that area for too long. If you have plenty of teammates, you know, go ahead, stay around the area. But just be wary of what's going on. Now, I see my teammates are pushing in, but they're having a little bit of a hard time, so I'll give them a bit of cover there. Now, once again, we're in the car park area. There isn't much cover here, but if you use the car park itself, like these ledges right here, you know, you can get a nice little bit of cover there. You are a bit vulnerable, but you have a nice lookout on the enemy spawn to the left there, and the Bravo MCOM, of course. You can see my teammates are trying to push in there. I'm just checking the area to see if I can see any enemies. Yeah, I can see this one, well, two guys there trying to push in, so, you know, I'm just hovering around, seeing what's going on, trying to provide a bit of support. I don't end up shooting anybody there, but just in case, you know. Once my teammates are in there, now, I could stay around the area, but instead, I'm going to push to the enemy spawn. They spawn somewhere on the right side here, so I'm going to try and cover this area here, but I see my teammates have managed to, well, my teammates have died inside the MCOM, so I'm just, you know, focusing on there. I think I've saved the MCOM there. And there again, once again, I am getting locked on. So I'm moving out of the area, shooting those guys in there, a nice little triple feed there. Now you can see I'm getting locked on again, so I'm thinking maybe the guys on the roof, turning around. Can you see? Nope. See, once again I'm getting locked on, so I'm using the terrain as cover. I get hit, so you know, now's the time to bail. Unfortunately, for this game, I wasn't prepared, so I didn't have a repair tool. So that's not good. Always come prepared. You know, I make this mistake all the time. I always have the wrong kits, but you know, this gameplay is pretty good. So you know, I lost the chopper at the end, but you know, it doesn't matter. Nah, it doesn't matter. So my teammates are pushing in here. I'm going to provide some infantry support now, and then we're going to push into this final set of MCOMs. You can see my teammates are in there planting the MCOM. We got teammates in the stairs here, so I'm going to cover the ladder to the left. In my previous video I mentioned this, you know, try and cover all points of entry. You got two ladders either side, so I'm going to cover this one, and the enemy spawn. You can see my teammates are trying to control the enemy spawn there, so they're playing really well. I noticed I'm not really needed up there, so we're going to move to the back now and see what's going on here. See some skulls up there, but unfortunately that guy blocks my way. But it doesn't matter, you know. We're coming into the end of the game now. We've won that game, 21-0 gameplay. I hope you enjoyed this video. To put a little recap of things, you know, use cover as much as you can. Be aggressive. Try and be a team player, you know. Pick up your teammates, transport them, communicate. If you have a microphone, do so. And you know, focus on where they're going to be. You know, like that second set of MCOMs, they wanted to get to Bravo, so I'm trying to clear the enemies out of Bravo. It's pretty simple when you think about it. On this map, it's a little easier using vehicles because you only have to deal with stingers and RPGs. You don't have to deal with any enemy vehicles. Yeah, I think that was a pretty damn decent gameplay. Let me know what you think of this commentary and the gameplay itself in the comments below. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for joining me today, and as always, take it easy, and I'll see you guys later.